Well, hello there. Guess who this is? I'm Sue Johnson from Wake Up and Live with the Arts. And if you see sitting to my right, one gorgeous interim director of the Karamu organization, Pat Egan.
Thank you for that. I'm going to take you around for my PR person.
Your PR,
yeah, my front person.
Pat has been here. Well, it's almost unusual to, it's getting almost difficult to call you interim because you have been here
almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah.
And like we were giving Terrence kudos about his work in the theater department, Pat in her 2 years has done a tremendous job of helping Karamu be the type of arts organization that we all love and know. And you've been really engaged in some heavy duty things, such as, what's your most recent accomplishment?
Just the gala.
The gala,
well, I call it the 100th weekend.
The 100th weekend,
yes,
you got it.
Yes. Yeah. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So.
What was Sunday? I missed Sunday.
Well, there was a private reception on Sunday.
Oh,
and
but see, I'm not eligible
well,
for
you know,
private.
well, no, actually it was a Roger Jelliffe thing.
Okay,
the son
yes.
of the Jelliffes. It brought some of his old friends from Cleveland. And he has an interesting story, if I have a minute.
Sure.
He lived on Fair Hill.
Yes.
Growing up. His mom and dad built the house. And one night he was in Cleveland and he went knocking on the door of his old house at 9 o'clock at night. Didn't know who lived there, nothing. Lady opened up the door and he said, "Hi, I'm Roger Jelliffe. I used to live here. Can I come in?" And she said, "Sure." And he walked around the house, and they have become friends.
Oh my!
So he had this reception at his old homestead.
Wow!
So that was really pretty cool. It was. I had
Yeah.
never been in the home, and it's just lovely. And of course, the Fitzgeralds did some additional enhancements to the home. But he stays there now when he comes to Cleveland.
Yes.
And I said, only you, Roger, could go up to a door and knock on it and then have somebody say, "Oh, sure, it's 9 o'clock at night, but you're a stranger, come on in," you know.
Well, we did actually, believe it or not, many years ago, we did something similar. We were at a family reunion down in the Richmond, Virginia area where my ancestors were from. And I forget exactly which of those towns or city, I think it was Richmond. It was the old homestead, the actual great-grandparents' homestead. And we knocked on the door in the afternoon, and the people did say, "Come on in."
Come on in.
To my great-grandparents'
Oh, that's
home.
fabulous.
Oh,
how fun.
That was unbelievable. And my dad remembered, you know, this
was there,
this.
yeah. It's
you know.
amazing. Well, Roger said that the people who live there now knew that the Jelliffes had lived there.
Yes.
So, you know, there was a little credibility going on
with that, yeah.
But, you know, 9 o'clock at night, so
Yeah,
it was
in
just
Cleveland,
a nice little reception. But Friday night, we had a private reception here for our corporate sponsors and our alums.
Yes.
And our awardees.
And our awardees this year were
George Forbes. As humanitarian.
And you're going to talk about how instrumental he was in this
I am.
project.
He's my new best friend.
He's your new bestie. They got selfies and besties.
BBF, my new, yeah.
Okay. And George Forbes.
George Forbes and Roger Jelliffe as founder.
Yes, Roger Jelliffe's parents, in case there's anybody on the planet who doesn't know by now, his parents, Russell and Rowena Jelliffe, founded Karamu. Now, it wasn't called Karamu initially. It was a playhouse settlement. And then it became Karamu, which means a place of joyful gathering. And as I've said before, I was a whippersnapper, but I did know them a little bit when they were active in Karamu when I was a teenager with my girlfriend Jeannie Love, who was a dancer back then.
Oh, fun.
So Russell Jelliffe was here.
Reuben and Dorothy Silver.
And Reuben in absentia, but Dorothy is still kicking it.
Oh, she is. And I'm so happy that she's engaged again. You know, she's
to a man?
No, engaged in Karamu.
Oh, engaged.
Don't start spreading that rumor. Hello, Dorothy. I didn't really say that.
No, she's become kind of reactivated with Karamu.
She has. She has. And she's pretty visible at our production productions, and so
Yes.
I'm just so happy to know her,
Oh,
because she's a
and
legend. She's a legend.
I used
She
to,
and her husband.
I used to call them our own Hume Cronin and Jessica
Yes.
Tandy here in Cleveland.
Just
Yes.
amazing people, amazing people.
And that Rubens passing was, you know, one of those great losses that you will feel
Yeah.
for a long, long time.
And
then
the last
we
was
had
James Pickens Jr.
Jr. himself, who was a performing artist. And for those of you who are great fans of Grey's Anatomy, he plays the head doctor, Dr. Weber. But he's a Cleveland guy.
He is, and he
Yeah.
got to start here at Karamu.
Oh, yes, indeed.
He did.
Uh-huh.
He got bitten by the acting bug as he finished college.
Okay.
And came here to Karamu for a couple of years to learn his trade before he headed into New York.
New York. Okay. That almost sounds a little like Bill Cobb's, only he was even a little older. But
Yeah.
that was how he
It was
began
pretty
to-
amazing. And he says kind things, and actually in his bio, one of the first couple sentences was that he learned his trade at Karamu.
Karamu, yeah.
Which
And a
is really
whole-
heartwarming.
And we want people in today's world to be able to go out and say that
We
also. We still are living on some past glory from Karamu, but we need to have, like we do have a young Kyle Carthens coming up.
Yes.
Well, Imani Hakim, she
Was from here,
Was
yes.
from here. She did Everybody Hates Chris. So we're beginning to get back to where the names that came
Start
from
to
Karamu,
resonate, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're doing here, is providing great talent and opportunities.
Opportunity. And in fact, someone said to me, Jim Pickens started at Karamu, and I said, yes, he did. And I said, and again, the fact that he attributes some of his success to his roots here
yeah.
is really heartwarming. You know,
Yes.
here's this, and he flew in, he did Project One Voice on Monday
Yes,
night.
he did. Uh-huh.
And when I found out, thanks to Dale Shields, he brought him here, and I said, the first conversation I had with him, I said, I hate to use this word, but can I use you while you're here? And he said, sure.
Sure.
What would you like me to do? And I said, you know, we'd like you to accept an award. And if you could be at our private reception on Friday night and our event on Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
That would be great. And he was. And he had a great old time with his family. His
family's
family was all over.
over.
And he and his family had a wonderful time at all of those events.
Yeah.
So that was very nice.
And it was a great, great weekend. And the gala itself, I have not met anyone who said it wasn't super fantastic.
was.
That it was
It
very well
was.
done. And you chaired all of that. You made it happen.
Well, I was behind the scenes girl, putting everything together. But that's what I do. I do
Yes.
special events, and it was the art museum. You can't hardly go wrong having something at the art museum. It's such a glorious venue, and we had almost 400 people.
Hot dog.
And we had just a small raffle, but mostly we did some entertainment. But it was there. We wanted to do a party.
Yes.
We wanted a party. So we didn't want a lot of awards. We wanted 4 very special awards. We called them Impact Awards.
Yes.
And we looked at who impacted our history. And that's how we selected those individuals.
Those 4, yes.
So it was fun. The food was great. And we took lots and lots of pictures. They'll be posted on our website soon.
Okay. And so now, beyond that, just like, well, we were talking with the artistic director, Terrence Spivey, a little earlier, and we were talking about his summer production of Julius Caesar in Africa. But Miss Pat has a summer project coming up that is fantabulous. So we want to hear about what is going on with your special summer project start.
Well, not being able to even hammer a nail. We're talking a construction project.
Yes.
Thanks to our vice president on our board, Fred Rogers, who is keeping me sane. And
Wait a minute, that wasn't Mr. Rogers from my neighborhood, was it?
No, it was not, but it's Mr. Rogers from this neighborhood. He's from Ozan Construction,
Ozan
and he's
Construction,
been very
okay.
active on our board. And in fact, his daughter was in the Whiz.
Oh, yeah, I heard that somebody's
Yes.
daughter was in the Whiz.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so one night he was out there directing traffic because we've had so many cars. Oh, darn.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
But so he's been helping me, and Robert Madison is the architect.
And he is the grandfather of African American architecture
he
here
is.
in Cleveland.
And we're
Yes.
proud to have him. His niece, Sandra, is working on this project.
Okay.
And tomorrow morning, we're meeting to go over the particulars. I'm waiting for just one more piece of paper before we can start actually hammering, but that's not stopping us from starting to set. All the paperwork is done.
Okay.
So we're just starting to move forward. George Forbes was instrumental in this, as was Governor Kasich,
Okay.
and was the former Speaker, Bill Batchelder.
Okay.
They all wanted to support Karamu.
Hot dog.
And they gave us a capital grant from the state of Ohio in the amount of, it's a weird amount, so go with me on this, $1,060,533. Yes, that's the magic number. So,
Okay.
you know, $1 million, you know, I just say a little over $1 million. But we're going to get new seats, which we desperately need.
We're starting with the Jolliff Theater. Yes.
Yes. And most of the dollars is for the Jolliff. So we're going to get new seats. We're looking at the ADA, because it kind of has a steep slope. So we're looking at what do we need to do to make that more ADA compliant.
Which stand for the two people who don't know what that is, American with Disabilities Act, where if you're a public institution, you make it easy for folks in wheelchairs, canes, walkers, and other things that keep them from moving easily.
Yeah, well, a skateboarder would really like going down that slope.
That ramp.
Oh, it is pretty steep. So we're looking at that and the sight lines. We're going to get new state-of-the-art lighting, state-of-the-art sound. We're going to do some stage stuff. We're going to paint the ceiling, clean up the walls.
Okay.
We're going to do some facelifting to the lobby.
Okay.
We're going to have a Hall of
The main
Fame.
lobby or the Jolliff lobby?
The Jolliff lobby.
Okay.
And we're going to have a Hall of Fame area, some new doors. Because we are a historical landmark, everything we do has to go through the Historical Commission. And they wanted us to, it's just a little sidebar here, they wanted us to just reupholster the seats, and we said, oh, no, that's just not going to work. How about we promise to keep in that same look? So we got that through that. So the lobby will get a facelift. We're going to install an elevator in the building.
Amen. Hallelujah. And
yes, from the basement to the second floor is going to be right outside the arena. And one of the biggest issues, we get phone calls from nursing homes because they would like to send their residents here to do art classes and ceramics and things, and they can't climb the stairs. There is nowhere in this building that you can enter without having to climb stairs. So that being said, we're going to do the elevator, and in our main lobby, we are going to have a ramp. We're going to have a stair, and we're going to do some minor facelifts to that particular lobby as well.
The main entrance.
The main entrance to the classroom building.
Okay, and because that's another thing. Again, I'm going to use this word momentum that Pat and Terrence and the whole Karamu team, all the folks involved, have been busy bringing Karamu back into the public eye with all the great things that it's doing. And even so, with the addition of the elevator, that will make it easier for folks to go up to the second room, for us to offer classes, folks to go down to the lower level where there's a dance studio, and so people can see dance. I mean, it's unlimited.
Well, it's going to open up the world for a lot of people, and
make it easy.
It is, and you know, I got such a great appreciation when I broke my foot and I couldn't bear any weight, and I was just, it was hard.
Yes,
it's hard moving around, and while I appreciated people with physical challenges, I so more admire them after I've had to really, not just in this building, but all over, you know, doors that don't open and you've got crutches, and you know, you really have to tip your hat to those individuals who have to deal with that on a day-to-day basis.
Right. In this current phase of the renovation, now there is a newer restroom up by the Jolliff. Is that going to be made a little handicap accessible with some
they're
grab
telling me that it already is, but you know, we're looking at everything.
Okay.
We are looking at everything, and we're going to try to make this as user-friendly as we
possible.
can.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll be looking forward to that. And will there be, what I would love to see, and if I can help in any way in the background without causing trouble.
And we know you're good at that. No, just kidding.
But, updates so that our community can know.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
And actually, we're having a new website built.
Oh, okay.
Brand new.
Uh-huh.
And yes. And
that was our videographer Lester chiming in.
Yes, he's happier than most.
Yeah.
But
plus the elevator, so we can video in different places in the building.
I mean, it's just going to change a lot, the whole dynamic in this building, I think.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
But we will be launching Gift Camp, which is an organization of techies, is going to be working on it. We have somebody working on getting everything in place for the techies to do it. So around August 1, we will have a new website. On that website, we're going to have a tab called Renovation.
Okay,
and we're going to take pictures every day or once a week. We haven't quite figured it out so that you can see the change on an ongoing basis. We're also,
I would like to see time delay photography.
We're trying to. We're gonna. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna make sure that people can see the progress. We want people to be as excited as we are. We're also going to have new ticketing. It's going to allow us to load mobile phones and barcodes, and you're going to come in. We're going to scan you. Like,
wow!
I keep on joking and saying. They're trying to drag us into the 90s, whether we want to or not. But, this is certainly going to be an upgrade. It's going to be very user-friendly. So, right now, we're not posting as much to our website as we should because we're doing this transition.
Well, this transition. Oh, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, and I love that word. But, it'll be ready mid to late July.
I was going to say,
about that.
yeah, now in terms of the renovation itself, where we're starting with the jello, which will be the major or the key initial component, when is the projected golden shovel start date, or is there one yet?
We don't have that. That's what we're meeting for tomorrow. Because we have to get first of all, Sandra Madison has to draw up all the plans.
Okay.
Then we have to find the construction people, and then we can get going. So I'll have, in the next couple of weeks, I'll have a much better timeline than I do right now. But we're very, very excited. Fred seems to think that we should be done with the gel lift by maybe year end or the beginning of next year.
No, that's not a bad timeline, which raises the question, dare I ask, are we going to be in production then while the gel lift is undergoing?
No, we're going to be out of the house. Right now we're looking at alternative sites.
Gotcha. So the season will go on.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And we'll be able to advise everyone. And so I'm talking to, I have one of them almost nailed. And then tomorrow I'm going to another site. And then I have a couple people that we are dangerously close to signing contracts.
Cool.
So we'll be able to announce that pretty soon as well.
Hot dog. See, folks, lots at Karamu is going on to make all of the arts aficionados, all the former Karamu folks that we're trying to get back, involved, primarily through the Karamu Alumni Association, but certainly come back for the productions, come back for classes, come back to see Pat and hang out with her,
I have a coffee maker.
Well, I was on shrimp cocktail and Riesling myself.
Oh, I see. I see.
So we're not going to keep you much longer.
Can we talk about subscriptions for a minute?
Oh, yes. How could I forget?
Well, that's why I'm here.
That's right.
So we have our 5 productions, and of course we have Julius Caesar. If you purchase a subscription, we've extended it from June 30th to July 31.
Okay.
You get to see Julius Caesar for free. F-R-E-E.
Free, yes.
Free. And you're going to get, much like our Karamu things, which we're proudly sporting here, yours is going to say subscriber on it, and it will get you into Julius Caesar, and it will get you preferred seating when you come to the theater back when the gel lift is open.
Yeah.
So we're very excited about that. The other thing about subscriptions is if you were a subscriber, you would have gotten tickets to the Wiz.
Yes.
So you will be a preferred person. You will get first pick of your nights and your tickets. This year we've made all of the nights the same price. We used to have different pricing. I'm a simple girl. I like simple things.
Yes.
So the cost for a season this year is $130
For five
shows,
plus anything extra, maybe, certain special things. Yes.
And well, Julius Caesar is free,
for example. Yes.
And so, and you get preferred seating, and of course, don't forget your precious pin.
Yes. Your Karamu 100th anniversary pin. Yeah.
And so I do think that it's going to be, I need to talk about, we have a campaign going on by community people. Andrew Jackson, Bob Render, Mamie Mitchell,
and these
Marcella,
are all Karamu folks, yeah.
Boyd Cox, Cox Boyd. I always get her name mixed up.
Boyd Cox.
Boyd Cox. And
she's one of the Boyd Funeral Home daughters. Yeah, she's running the business now.
And Vicki Dansby and a host of other people, Chill Heard from the Colin Post, are all selling subscriptions, and their goal is to sell 500. And this is just a community initiative that bubbled up, and they came to me and said, can we do this? And I thought, oh yeah.
Of course.
So, and we've given them paperwork and all that kind of stuff, and they're selling out in the community. So it's a way for the community to support Karamu. And we're grateful to this group of individuals that's out there.
Well, if the folks don't have contact with the group that's responsible for subscription,
they just can call the office.
What's the best number and extension for that?
216-795-7070, extension 222.
Okay, we've got lots of extensions going
But
here.
222 is Sarah, and she's been working. Sarah is my sidekick, and she helped with the gala, did an extraordinary job.
Yes.
She was also a photographer. She does that as a hobby.
She's one of those quiet, unsung folks who get stuff done in the background.
She does. Yes. And so she's going to be working with this particular initiative until we close it. And she's actually starting to send out the pins and things to the people who have already subscribed.
By all means, this is, Pat said, it's a community effort, and Karamu is getting back to its roots by making sure that the community is involved, that they are participating, that they know what's going on at Karamu, so that we once again, yes, Karamu is on the corner of 89th and Quincy, but it spreads throughout greater Cleveland and beyond, and it's part of the Fairfax community.
Fairfax,
yes.
right.
So you need to know that there are lots of opportunities for those of you in the Fairfax community and beyond to support your local theater, which would be Karamu and our Pat Egan. I'm almost tired of saying interim executive director. So I want to thank you for everything that you've been doing, and that we are so looking forward to not only the artistic side, but the renovation side of what's going on at Karamu. So until next time, and certainly always, if you have questions or about anything, yes, contact Karamu at www.karamu.org or 216-795-7070 and get the proper extension. But you can always contact wakeup4664 at AOL.com, and we will put you in touch with the appropriate people at Karamu so that you can get answers to your questions and make it easy for you to participate. So till then, Pat, thanks for joining us out of your busy schedule. And we always like to end our show saying, be sure to wake up and live with the arts every day. See you next time.